Hey, what's up, Spencer? My name is everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about all the books that I plan to read in the month of March. So Zach over at Books and Bops is getting some top surgery. Yes, King. Do it. Yes. And I'm very excited for him, and for his recovery, he's come up with a little readathon of things he would like to read, and has invited us to read along with him. So I decided that the best way to show some trans solidarity is by reading those books right alongside him. So there are 9 prompts to this readathon. The only book that I don't have a prompt for, or the only prompt I don't have a book for, is the buddy read, simply because I'm not somebody who really does buddy reads, especially not in this point in time, so I decided that that just wasn't something I'm super interested in doing. So the first prompt is a comfort read, and I have Holes by Louis Satcher. I think that we're all familiar with Holes. We've read this before. If you haven't, it's about a kid who gets sent to this camp in which he needs to dig a bunch of holes every single day because he is a juvenile delinquent. I absolutely love Holes. The movie is one of my favorites. How can you not be obsessed with Sigourney Weaver in that movie? Hot damn. Ooh, that was definitely my gay awakening back in the day. And Louis Satcher is actually a huge comfort read for me. I actually have a tattoo on my body that refers to one of his books of sideways stories from Wayside School, in which a kid gets a potato tattooed on his ankle. That's right, I also have a potato tattooed on my ankle. There she is, my tater. The next prompt is a new release, and what I have here is Payback's a Witch by Lana Harper. So this book is about a witch who is dating a sexy boy, but she later finds out that this sexy boy is cheating on her with another girl, and neither of them knew about each other, so now they're gonna use their magic powers to, I don't know, turn him into a frog or something. Next up is an LGBT queer read, and I have All the Way Home by Mary Ellen Langworth. I'm not 100% sure what this book is about because Goodreads and this book don't have a very good description. All I know is that it's about black-white relations in the 20s, and it is tagged as a teen LGBTQ read. My camera's not going to adjust, whatever. Either way, it's considered a queer read, so I'm going to read it. For my free space, I have The Fever by Megan Abbott. This is a story following a brother, a sister, and a father as a mysterious illness affects the girls in their town. I saw that Books and Lala gave this 1 star, and I have found that when Books and Lala gives a book 5 stars, I end up not liking it, so I'm hoping that the opposite is also true, where since she hated this book, maybe this means it's a 5-star read for me. The next prompt is read a book from your favorite genre, and one of my favorite genres is a thriller slash mystery slash horror, whatever you want to call that genre. So I have The Stranger Behind You by Carol Goodman. This is a story about our main character who writes an expose about a man who has sexually assaulted a lot of women, and this man ends up committing suicide, but there's all sorts of mysterious things going on with the man's wife and with somebody who is now coming after our main character for writing this expose, etc., etc. So it's like one of those psychological thriller type things. So this is very indicative of the Me Too movement, so I'm interested to see how the Me Too movement combines with this thriller-esque plot. Our next prompt is Rainy Day Vibes, and I can't think of a better rainy day vibe than curling up with a nice, easy, quirky middle grade read. So I have Aleister Grimm's Auditorium. So this is a book about our main character, Grub, who sneaks away and finds himself in this weird auditorium where he gets a job working for Aleister Grimm, and he now must help Aleister protect the auditorium from outside evil forces. Our second to last prompt is the found family prompt, which I have Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the second book, The Sea of Monsters. I think that you can argue that Percy and Annabeth and Grover are kind of like a found family because each of them have dysfunctional families and they kind of come together as one. I guess you can argue, because I certainly am. I'm actually reading this book as a part of a series that I'm doing where I read the entire Percy Jackson series for the first time, so make sure you're subscribed if you are interested in this type of video, because it will be coming out at some point in the future. And the last prompt that I have for this readathon is a good old reread. So I have Night World by L.J. Smith. This I bought when I was in high school. There's actually 3 books in this series, and I've been trying since high school to finish the series, so I absolutely should. Each of the books is consistent of 3 short stories about different magical creatures that fall in love. This came out in the midst of the Twilight era, so this is about, you know, a vampire and a werewolf, and a witch and a nymph, and just magical creatures that are for some reason falling in love with each other, which is outside the norm. Alright, so those are all of the books that I'm going to read in the month of March. Once again, congratulations to Zach for getting some top surgery. Make sure you head on over to his channel. He's on Books and Bops, and he makes some pretty interesting videos and does a lot of live streams and has a Discord and is way more involved in the book community than I am. So if you want to find a booktuber who does a whole bunch of shit, Zach is where it's at. But also don't forget about me. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on this video for more. And don't forget to stay safe, wear your mask, get a vaccine, and have a fantastic day. Bye!